Oh, heck yes. Oh, no way. That's so good. All right. Okay. How-do. How's it going? My name's Anna, and I love all things makeup, dress up, glitter, you name it. Today, I wanted to talk about the new Colourpop. It's a mood palette. I just got this week, and I was really excited to play around with it. I'll have some swatches and a look to show you. So if you're interested in seeing that, just keep on watching. Again, let me welcome you. Thank you for being here. If you're subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get into the palette. So Colourpop came out with the It's a Mood 30, oh my gosh, squirrel on the windowsill. With the 30 pan, kind of mega palette here. And it's really pretty. These are some really pretty colors. And to be honest, I haven't been particularly interested in Colourpop lately. I think I was just overwhelmed. You know, it feels like they come out with things constantly. It's like every week there's some new collection. And it can be overwhelming. It's almost like I have to tune it out because it's too much. But when I saw this one, I really wanted to try it. I have some of their other 30 pan palettes that I like, and I wanted to show you this. This was kind of a funny thing. After I ordered this, I thought, I wonder if that looks like the So Jaded palette that Kathleen Lights and Colourpop did a couple years ago. And I thought, oh, I wonder if it's gonna look like that, because it's, you know, it's colorful. It's got some neutrals in there, and it's got sort of the whole spectrum of the rainbow in varying, what am I trying to say? Like there were some sparkles and some mattes, varying formulas. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, I got the It's a Mood palette, and I was thinking, oh, I'll do some swatch comparisons, whatnot for a video, and then to see them side by side, they're not really even, I mean, I guess they're kind of cousins, but looking at these shades, they're not the same. Like, this is a completely different palette. There's really no dupes. I couldn't even find anything that I was like, oh, I want to compare those. So if you were wondering, they're not the same. They're different. So that was kind of good to find out. I do love this palette. But yeah, totally different. And just some quick specs on this. It is a total weight of 33 grams. And since there are, let's see, 30 shades in this, it looks like they're each like 1 and a little bit grams wise. And I have to say, I really like, so I'm not a huge fan of really big palettes, but I do like these. I like these for there's variety, but the individual pans are pretty small, so you're not getting a ton of product that you're, you know, not going to use. I know for me, I'm a big collector. I don't want huge pans of shadow that I won't be able to use before they, you know, before they go bad or get dry. So I do like this size from Colourpop. I'm not a huge, like I said, mega palette fan, but these I find are not too bad, and they're small enough. They're not, you know, really big. It's like the size of both my hands, I guess. This is cruelty free. I love that about them. It is made in the USA. I love that as well. I do believe they import ingredients. But yeah, there are different, and I'm just doing this by look. There are different formulas in here. So you have a bunch of matte shades, and then there are some shimmers. There were a couple of duochrome shades in there, which I thought they actually translated to be kind of pretty, although they don't pack the punch that, you know, like an indie shadow does at all by any stretch of the imagination. And then there are I believe it was 3 pressed glitters. I'm not a huge pressed glitter fan. I don't tend to use them a lot. I don't like the texture. They're a little too gritty. And my eyes are sensitive, but I don't know. If I'm going to use them, I do find the Colourpop formulas to be fine. I think they are pretty small. Well, they stick pretty well. I do find that they're pretty and they do stick pretty well. I don't know, but I know a lot of people don't like to use pressed glitters, and they do say, you know, do not use those shades. They're not supposed to be used for the immediate eye area, so, you know, that's kind of up to you what you want to do about that. But I put them on my eyes. I haven't had an issue to my knowledge. So I'll leave that up to you. Anyways, this is the look that I did today. I tried to use a lot of colors just to try out a bunch of things, see how I liked the formula. And honestly, you know, everything worked pretty dang well. Let's see, this retails for, I'm gonna put that right here because I don't remember, but I think it's around $30. And so to get 30 shades for $30, 30-ish dollars, you know, the quality is good. It's good. It's not, you know, it's not Natasha Denona. It's not Pat McGrath, which are pretty different, by the way, but they're both very good formulas. They both work really well. But I had no trouble blending these out. I actually think it was pretty easy. I think these are very beginner friendly, to be honest. I think that, I think it's a good palette. I enjoyed it. If you like color, well, let me show you the eye look and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this. First, I'm going to go into Night Call with a Rephr 13. And I'm just laying down a wash of color high throughout my entire crease. Next, I'm going in to Stay Close with Nakia Joy Cosmetics E12. And with a light hand, putting color in the inner portion of my lid above the crease color, and then blending that to the center. Now with a Morphe 518, going into Don't Deny, tapping off most of that excess with a very light hand, placing that above the crease color on the outer half and blending that into the crease color. Now going into Wanna Go with a Nakia Joy Cosmetics E05 Firm Blend brush. I'm going to place that in my outer V and blend that up to the crease shades on the outer third of my eye, and then into the center a little bit higher up on the crease with some of that remaining color. Next, with a Morphe 213, going into the shade Love Song and placing that under my brow bone and blending that into the crease shade. Now taking Night Call with a Rephr 3 and placing that along the entire lower lash line. And then taking a fluffy brush and just kind of wiping some of that excess away. Now with my finger, I'm going to take the shade Feels Like and just place that all over the lid. In swatching, this one was super impressive.
Now going into Everywhere on a Refer 13, tapping off all the excess, and then blending in between the two crease shades to connect them a little bit more seamlessly. Now going into the shade Thunder with a BH Cosmetics number 9 brush and putting that in the inner corner and then onto the lower lash line a little bit. Just in that inner third. And now taking a smaller brush, a Refer 3 into Thunder, and taking that along my entire lower lash line. And with the same Refer 3 brush, going into Reunion and popping that in the inner corner to brighten that up a bit. Now taking the shade Bonafide on a fluffy Cleona brush and just blending that inner crease shade into my inner corner a little bit, just blending that out. Now with a Freya FR2 brush going into the shade Stormy, and I'm just gonna brush that over kind of my entire crease just to add a little bit of sparkle. And then I'm going to put on some liner and mascara, finish up my face, and I'll be back with the final look.
Okay, so this is the final look again. At first, I was a little bit wondering if I shouldn't have used that deep green, but when I, this shade Wanna Go, I wasn't sure, but I think actually overall it really turned out, pretty good. I sort of like the way it looked. However, I will say, I totally thought I was gonna get away with, I'm not wearing foundation today, I just put on some primer and concealer. I thought I was gonna get away with not doing my brows, but after putting this look on, I just had to. It just didn't quite look right, so anyway, just a little aside there. But these are my thoughts. So they all blended really well. I think the formulas worked pretty well together, actually. I didn't have any trouble with that. I didn't have any trouble with things blending out as far as, you know, blending away. Yeah, every shade that I used, I thought worked really well. And couple things that I like this palette. I really like this palette. I would actually recommend this if you like color, but also, you know, want a palette that you can use for every day. I really think I was expecting a more like intensely colorful look out of this, and I think actually it's a little bit more muted than I was expecting. So that's something to keep in mind. The shimmers, I was really excited when swatching them, and I think they're pretty. I do. I think they're pretty, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this blue shade on the center kind of inner portion of my lid called Feels Like, I was expecting a little bit more from it, but I don't know. It's a really pretty subtle color. And if I'm being picky, I do wish that there was a lighter matte in sort of this range, because I would have liked a little bit more of a transition on that outer portion. You know, you have the purple and the kind of orangey peach range, and I'm guessing in the green range that this one's gonna be okay for a transition shade, and maybe even this would work with the greens, but I felt like it would be nice to have like a lighter blue matte in here. But that's me being picky. I actually do think it's a good palette. It's a lot of fun. I think I was more excited after doing the swatches than I was after doing the eye look. I like it. But yeah, I give this like a solid 7.5 out of 10. I do, especially for the price. And it's a cute theme and everything. It's a mood. It's a mood. She moody. I guess that's all I have to say about it. I feel like I can't decide whether this is wearable or like extreme or like, you know, night or day, or I don't know. I kind of can't decide because when I first put it on, I was like, oh, that's a little lackluster. And then I was like, oh, I have to like amp up my brows and my lipstick, and I even amped up like the blush that I was wearing. So maybe it is a little bit more like, you know, intense than I thought. I think you can get a lot of looks with this. I'm curious to play more and see how she does. Because like I said, I think even using, you know, some of those, what I thought were not such wearable colors, turned out pretty wearable. I like it. Yeah, I think she's pretty. I hope this is one that sticks around because I like it, and I think that people will really enjoy this. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the It's a Mood palette. I'm curious to know if you think this one is worth it. I'm definitely glad I picked it up. I think it's a really, really fun release from Colourpop recently. Oh, I'm gonna mention just really, really quickly. I picked this up at the same time. It's the like a Tinkerbell eyeliner. I have no idea what this is called. Oh, Fly With Me. Fly With Me Cream Gel Pencil. Now, I'm a huge fan of the cream gel liners from Colourpop, and they're like a wind-up thing where you unscrew the bottom or screw the bottom and it goes up. And then this is just a pencil that you sharpen. And I have to say, this was really hard to work with, and I did not enjoy it. So really cute packaging. The box that it came in, which I've already gotten rid of, was super cute, and I didn't like it. So just, I don't know. Thought I'd throw that in there. I got it with this It's a Mood palette, and meh. Skip that one. Skip that one. Don't get that one. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you'd love it, but it wasn't for me. It was a little hard to apply, and I didn't think the color really translated very well, and anyways, the It's a Mood palette, I really like this one. This one was fun. This was good. I'm excited to play with it more. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video.